I became sort of this faceless journeyman. And my only companion was this Walkman. And in this Walkman, I would insert an ever-growing collection of hip-hop tapes by people like Eric B. and Rakim, and EPMD, and Third Bass, and KMD, and 3 Times Dope, and on and on and on and on. My headphones stayed glued, and I was able to glide from one locker to the next. And I'm listening to these people who are apparently living a life so different from mine. But it only came down to one thing. This is why I'm important, and this is who I am. See, to me, hip-hop wasn't about city or suburb, black or white, weird or normal. It was just about life and learning how to handle your aggression. You know what I'm saying? Like learning how to push things out instead of holding them in. Yo, hip-hop made me a better writer. Hip-hop made me appreciate words. Hip-hop made me strong. I didn't need to fit into any group. I am my own group, and I will always be enough. Know what I mean is performance, you know?
There's rhymes, there's spoken word pieces, there's monologues, there's scene work.
It's a mix of hip hop, it's a mix of performance poetry, it's a mix of turntablism.
And I think that's part of where the inspiration comes from, is to really put our voices in this larger dialogue about what hip hop is.
People, it's like that super love for hip hop and the love for the page, the love for writing and the love for performing that writing, and the love for education, and the love for trying to find a way to merge, you know, the things you write, the things you perform with that education at the same time.
You know, we feel indebted to the culture to be able to talk about how it's educated us and how it's given us life and creativity and things like that.
You know, they always say you should write what you know. You know what I'm saying? So in a lot of ways, you know what I mean to me is sort of like the story that Kevin and I have to tell. The styles that you will hear.
The styles that you will hear.
The styles that you will hear.
Styles that you will hear.
The styles.
The styles.
The styles.
The styles.
These words will be presented in 3D. So please refrain from using your glasses and toss your TV. Get lost like Native American burn TPs. Styles will release their own rhymes organic. Now you're frantic like manics in a panic with no place to. Get a fix to feel warm like when you're fat out, embrace you. Styles can be brought with one, but it takes two to break you into your seat. Complete like rap circles in the street. Spirits in the web are sending screams to me. And I channel them like cable and reshape, but make no mistake, there's no break or pause. But the ticks it takes to create these syllabic earthquakes and make mic shake, outpacing cars in NASCAR race. A slow creep so unique they take a listen.
These linguistic styles run infinite miles like a marathon mystic. Spectacular vernaculars when we kick it, like Latinos in the park with the football, schoolyard, Anglo tongues. With metaphysical metaphors that make misanthropics hum. Feel it, cop it and steal it, but support your local record shop. Hip-hop's about props and propers, not property. Bigger than pocket big shit when we rip it, like tides. We highlight sunrise and the blue skies for all little eyes to see it. Believe it. Ripley's not conceiving the meaning, I'm meaning my word. We even give birth to breathing. We can't be reading our lips from the unclean mouths of mean men. The scene ends, but seed spreads like these styles. To locks, braids, spades, blowouts, and balding weed heads.
I think it's important for people to sort of see a new sort of theatrical form, a mixture of all these sort of different performance styles, like in one place.
We would meet together, we would tell each other stories, and then we begin to say, oh, well, that's a good story, we should write that down. And we spent a lot of time in his apartment just kind of going back and forth, trading off lines and rhymes or poems, and beginning to figure out, different stories to tell.
There's these guys we call the battle nerds, Will, Wonka, and Nat Turner. And they're two, suburban guys that still live with their moms that basically go to open mic every week, and they're all about the battle. They're all about killing whack MCs.
Ready to kill some whack MCs tonight?
Dude, all I've been thinking about is murdering whack MCs.
That's all we do, baby.
That's all we do. We slay whack MCs, dog.
You know what I'm saying?
We stick the mic in their nuts, dog. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Sort of in between the presentation of these characters and this gallery of folk in and around the world of hip hop, we sort of like step back in every now and again with either sort of a narration through poem or just a story or something like that.
I'm deaf, not overheard. A Kind nerd, big nose deep in dictionaries. Make MCs wake in lakes of obituaries.
So read all about it, MCs surround me trying to put down the syllables. But put it to rest, I'm Hunter S, the way I twist non-fiction.
I breathe life like gnosis, verbal hypnosis. I'm sick, go to the doctor, ask what's the prognosis. That's a Jewish kid on the mic, right? Well, he's the dopest.
But we didn't really talk about who Tony and Sid are. Sid the mathematical kid and Tony the vampire. They're two other characters that we developed. And I think in some ways, all the characters in some ways are manifestations of Idris and I. Just streetwise kids who breathe the metaphysics of hip-hop.
Tony and I, we're gonna take you through this little journey, right? Between a couple kids who be finding themselves through the culture of hip-hop, basically, right?
Hold on a minute, Sid. You know what I'm saying? What you mean when you say hip-hop culture? I don't understand.
Hip-hop culture, dog, you know what I'm saying? I mean, the way we think, the way we talk, the way we build, the way we fart, the way we eat, whatever, dog, you know what I'm saying? The whole shit.
The whole shit?
That's what I'm
Well,
talking about.
Sid, sometimes when I'm watching the television, something like that, I might see like Penny Marshall, Rosie O'Donnell, something like that, rapping in the Target commercial while khaki pants, something like that. You telling me that is hip-hop culture?
No, dog, that's just fucking stupid. I'm saying hip-hop, I'm saying the way kids like organize themselves, dog, the way kids walk the streets, the way kids, write rhymes and battle books and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? That's hip-hop culture.
I mean, like KRS said, from 20,000 to 10 I'm housing, and so, we want to do it in smaller venues and we want to do it in larger venues, and just, I think, really create, spark dialogue with people as well. It's a conversation.
Hip-hop is not only practiced by the people you see on the videos and television. There's hip-hop ciphers going on in Anchorage, Alaska. Hip-hop, we got to sort of reel it back to its cultural significance.
It exposes and opens and encourages you to wrestle with who you are, because it asks you to represent who you are and to be who you are and not to be anyone else.
Hip-hop asks one eternal question.